Property Man King Greek on here today for the one, the only One Piece, man. And I'm very excited. Actually, I haven't even been able to watch the Heart of Gold special yet, and I'm still freaking hyped, man. I already know what's about to go down this week, man. You don't have to tell me. Papa Vinsmoke, man. And we have an awesome freaking cover page right here with Tesoro and freaking the Straw Hats. Yo, looking now. Yo, Sanji's looking beast too. Zoro's been looking badass, really, really bad. Look at Frankie though, man, looking like he came straight out of Lucha Underground. I like it. All right, let me go and continue. Let me see this week's color page. One Piece with the moolah, man. Look at that cash, boy. That's a beast watch. That is a very sexy watch, man. I like that. Yo, this is a beast watch. Hell yeah. One Piece film gold. Hopefully somebody can translate that somewhere. This page right here. Oh, this is an awesome freaky color page, man. Here we have Usopp and Chopper down here reading Watermelon. Like, they're all basically celebrating having fireworks. Yo, this is so cool. The fishes are surrounding them. Robin looks awesome. Nami looks great. Zoro's over there. He's eating a huge piece of watermelon. Luffy's over here. You know, he's chomping away. We see Brooke. Yo, this is an awesome. We see Frankie up there. This is an awesome color page, man. Really, really nice stuff. You know, it's last week's to me because I'm a thirsty man, right? But this one's good. This one's definitely a good color page. Really like it. Let me go back. I gotta save it. It looks too awesome sauce. I always love Oda's color pages. They're my favorites. Let me go right up here and place it. I'm gonna remove this off the charger before I break my back. Alrighty. Oh man, this stuff looks cool. Gold Adventure. Gotta watch that Heart of Gold special, man. I'm freaking hyped for it. Whole Cake Island, Germa Kingdom. Chapter 833, Vinsmoke Judge. Dude, the revelation of the kingdom being like a whole... being a whole bunch of them coming together. That's so cool. They're a moving kingdom, yo. Hey, you want them to be somewhere? They'll go together as a squad, man. They're so freaking awesome. Alright, the duel is between the commander and that Sanji guy we've been hearing about. Just what kind of guy is he? Well, it's not too hard to imagine. Germa Kingdom Yonji Fortress. Dang, Yonji actually got wrecked. Look at his eye. I just heard that Sanji was still going on about declining the marriage, so I told him off in place of our father. I didn't expect things to be much different from back then, but this was the result. That bastard, I'll make him pay. The funniest thing about this is that he really does look like a combination of Zoro and Sanji, man. It kills me every time. Master Yonji, I don't think a hammer is going to do the job. He could. You know, the hammer power-up in Smash Brothers is arguably the most ridiculous one. Because when you grab that, if somebody jumps up in the air, they're done. That is an off-screen KO automatically, man. If Yonji's doing that, man, I'd fear for anyone. I'm going to use the press, but except for Kaido. Kaido is literally cero miedo. You know, shout out to my Lucha Underground fans. Kaido has no fear. I'm going to use the press machine, so hold still. Say what? This man got wrecked again. As good. Oh, that actually like fixed him up. Yeah, super cool. Yeah, okay, because they're going mad from both sides. That is freaking awesome sauce. It's good as new. Yeah, he actually does look as good as new. Curses. How could a good-for-nothing like him possibly get the better of me? Yo, this is really awesome technology. I still can't get over it. They came out from both sides, and it's kind of like it transferred from one part to the other, and it squished it so that whenever he would come back into normal form, he would... It's kind of like whenever you stretch something and then you pull it apart. It's like, no matter what form it was in before, whenever you pull it apart, it pretty much goes to the same exact form that it was in before. So, you know, his head compacted like this, and it came right back out, and went... And it just looked better. Or it looked like it did before. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. So that's Master Sanji. Looks strong, man. No one doubts Strong G, man. These are the Strong Smokes, guys. The Strong Smokes. He's not even wearing a raid suit. That bounty of his seriously wasn't just for show. Oh, they're in my battle right now. Oh, and he guards the Sweet Chin music. By God, Sanji's up in there, and he hits him with the Sweet Chin music. We see Judge Vinsmoke. He's looking directly at him. What will he do next? We see Sanji. He kicks up right in the air. He's attempting to go for a super kick. So you dare to kick your father? You started this fight, so I'm gonna finish it. Furthermore, don't you dare call yourself my parent anymore. They just keep clashing because now Sanji's on the defensive, and we see that Judge Vinsmoke is just blabbering away. You've returned home, Sanji. This means that you are indeed my son. It's hard for me to feel that sentiment and that when we were waving around a big ass spear trying to impale me, but that's family love. That's family love. That's hard love. I have every intention of leaving this place and returning to my crew as soon as this tea party BS is over. The marriage is totally farce. Get some! When I see these guys, man, they watch greatness. Lucha. Still harping on about that. Do you truly think that Big Mom will sit idly by in the face of such betrayal? I could care less about what happens to you. I could care less about what happens to you all after the fact. I only came here to protect my crew. Sanji is that dude, man. Are you saying that you sacrificed your own family? How many times do I have to say it? You're definitely no family of mine. A panel of Sanji's past, chapter of the millennium. It's just one panel. You good for nothing. This piece of shit was caught in the middle of making food for a bunch of filthy brats again. Royals aren't meant to dirt. Royals! Yeah! Aren't meant to dirty their hands, cooking moron. Let me see. Shut up, give it back. You see that he punches it right in the face. Ouch. Who do you think you are? Don't you ever touch me, moron. Ha ha ha, so weak, what a loser. It's a freaking Sanji flashback. I can't what I'm saying. All four of us may have been born on the same day. Quadruplets? So they thought it would just be simple to just go all the way from Reiju to Yonji. Just go down the line of numbers. Why not? It makes sense. On the same day, but you're totally the black sheep of the bunch. Father. Are you bullying Sanji again? Father, help! Why should I? He was always a bastard. It's clear as day that you'll be useless as a warrior in the future. I have no obligation to help you, and I see no worth in raising you either. You're nothing but a stain, a disgrace to our family name. Reiju's a troll. This guy is a beast design, man. Get up. I every single time I see him, man, I always say that my boy has a beast design, man. Get up, I'll give you some of my personal training. You bring nothing but shame to all of us. He really was the child that, because he was in the middle. He wasn't the last born, and he wasn't the firstborn. So he was kind of like towards the latter end in the middle. So a lot of people, I feel sorry for my boy Sanji, man. I truly do. Like being in the situation was been hard for him growing up. I guess I'll look at this Reiju. If she wasn't cute, I would slap her myself. Do it, Yonji. Charge right at him. I'm just playing. Hell yeah. You see Sanji, man. He's having those flashbacks to his past. Wait, is that it? Man, we need to get some more. I can't wait. Were you reminiscing just now? And he goes right in with a spear. And we see that Sanji, he blocks it. To think, he's in little gear second position. Let me see. To think that you of all people would be capable of using hockey. He's at the top of that spear with his leg. That's black leg Sanji, man. Don't underestimate the man. What's wrong? I'll give you the courtesy of picking up a sword. I remember training you in the way of the sword. Sanji? So that's why he was so good with the knives back in Enies lobby against Wanze? That's why he used to go with his hands? Bro, that's a revelation. Sanji go with the swords? But was he kicking them? If Sanji develops like a beast way of using like sharp objects with his feet, that'd be so cool. So cool. But man, that's very, very interesting. It's as if his father is another representation of why he doesn't like Zoro, because his father is a swordsman, or at least he wields objects. That's very, very interesting, man. That changes the game. He trained him in the way of the sword. I wonder how Sanji fared. These hands of mine exist for the sole purpose of cooking, unless you're one of the ingredients in one of my dishes. Oh, this is a beast panel. I won't ever use my hands, let alone handle a sharp tool. Using my legs and kicks are my only recourse when it comes to combat. This is a really, really nice panel, though, because you see the castle right behind him there. You see all the people cheering behind him. The Germa 66. Kingdom is just so beast, man. Oh, you see Reiju over here. Huh? He's a beast! Hard to believe he's the same Sanji that we all remember. So I see you still have that disgusting habit of making food for a bunch of filthy rats. So Sanji was always that way. He was always that way. You fool, you must remember that royals were never meant to serve others. Screw that, man. Sanji is the true royalty, man. Prince Sanji. So this like takes me all the way back to Baratier, man. It's in one ear and right out the other with you. What do you have to complain about in this marriage? Oh man, and Judge Vinsmoke, he goes right out and he bursts right up. It appears he has like a jet right there in his heel. And he goes right up, gets right, he's about to go right in there for the knuckle buster. And Sanji's looking up. Will he dodge it? Can he press L1 in time? The commander flung himself towards Sanji. That was pretty beast though, man. He legit got off the turnbuckle and he went, he's coming out for the 5-star frog splash. The fighting style of a man once known as the Garuda. It's not something you get to see every day. Garuda is a mythical bird king and mount of the Lord Vishnu from Hindu mythology. So Judge Vinsmoke has a fighting style of a man once regarded as the Garuda? The Garuda? And this translates into a mythical bird king? Mythical bird king. That's some freaking Toriko stuff, man. That's awesome stuff. What irony. Diablo Jumble. Yes! Come on, that's Sanji, you teach him. Call your shoes. That's a beast panel. That's a beast panel. Because you see Judge Vinsmoke coming right down with a spear, but Sanji's not even none of that gobble jumble. Call your shoes. Sanji. That's a beast panel. Hell yeah, dude. This is so freaking awesome because like the way the perspective is of like how he's coming down from the bottom, and Sanji, he shot himself up with his legs, and the way that just the way that it is, the way that it's framed, it just looks so freaking cool, man. So freaking awesome. You see Sanji clenches on there, and he continues to kick. Oh never mind, no, it was his father that clenched onto his foot, and Sanji's confused. But it looks like his father's about to bring him down for a suplex. No. Instead, he's going for a leg drag. And he tosses him right down. It's Judge Vinsmoke, man. This Papa Vinsmoke, strong smoke. And he launches him right down to the ring. War is what advances technology. That's a factual statement. War is what advances technology. You see Sanji looks up. Is that hockey? Crackle. Wait a minute. Electromagnetic crack! And he comes right down. Did he nail Sanji in the face? Blaster! Yo, the Garuda! Papa Vinsmoke, yo! Strong smoke! Okay, so let me retrace my steps. So he brings his foot back, right? And he's basically he's showing Sanji, he's like, you're not the only one that can kick around here. So he brings out his foot, and then he begins to electrify with his hockey. Well, at least from it looks like from hockey from here. Electromagnetic crack. And that is very, very interesting because we know how a lot of the minks, or at least Carrot, and I think one other mink could use electromagnetic type of ability. So this is very, very intriguing. This is extremely intriguing. I wonder if those correlate with one another. But he comes in there, and I'm going to assume this is hockey. That's what I'm going to assume. And he gets electromagnetic crack, hits Sanji in the face, and then it continues with a blaster. A combo move. Ultra combo finish. Really beautiful. Really nice. Very nicely choreographed. And Sanji gets sent flying. And he lands right there. Oh, it's a beast Sanji battle, man. It's still with a singing mouth. Hey, mind if I ask you one thing? The Germa you once knew is already a thing of the past. Should blood parents be viewed in some holier than thou light? You never bothered giving that little kid a single decent memory. The poor runts had it pretty rough back then, wouldn't you agree? Father, please let me out. They show Sanji with a bucket head, kind of like the same one that Duval had. But Duval had it on only because he was afraid he was ugly. You know, he was afraid people wouldn't accept him. So he has that same kind of mask covering his face. But Sanji looks like he's in prison, and it really looks like he's like this because he was kind of like the bastard child. Except, you know, he knew his father was, but they didn't really care about him. Man, my freaking boy Sanji, man. That poor run had it pretty rough back then. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, Sanji, man. Should blood parents be viewed as some holier than thou light? You never bothered giving that little kid a single decent memory. wow, man, just I don't even know if I would have planned it that way with like the way that it kind of looks like Duval's mask, but that's amazing. He has the 3 right here. Freaking Sanji, man. Father, it's dark. Oh, he's going in. Poliafrede. I feel nothing but hatred towards this man. Come, wall. Whoa! He told him to come forth. He told his squad the wall. He calls his royal guard the wall. And they said, defense, handle the defense. Oi, get out of the way, dumbasses. And he kicks. Judge Vinsmoke just impaled. Daddy Papa Vinsmoke just impaled one of his own. The Germa. And Sanji looks shook. Electromagnetic shaft. And it goes right through his wall. And it sends Sanji back flying. And Sanji's just, it sickens out of the mouth. His hair's covering his eyes. You already know what he's thinking. This is what he was talking about probably when he said that he didn't want something to do with these bastards, because Luffy, this is the type of person that Luffy hates the most, man. The type of people that are willing to hurt their own family, willing to hurt their own crew members, willing to hurt their own just to get at something, or maybe out of pure anger or whatever. One does not ever hurt one of their own. And right here, this man, he went and impaled him and then proceeded to use him as a shield in order to hit Sanji. I gotta respect him as a tactician. And I gotta respect him as the way that he views war. But Papa Vinsmoke, man. Now we know why Sanji has had problems with these guys, man. The Germa of the past, it's not the same. The Germa that you once knew was a thing of the past. That's what Judge Vinsmoke said. You're quite sturdy. You just continue to amaze me. To think that I'm looking at the same little boy from back then, it's unfathomable. This is all so stupid. I love you, Sanji, man. I just want to get to this tea party. But I really do feel like Reiju was the only one. Like even though they make fun of each other, I really do feel like Reiju was the only one to, since she was the oldest. Maybe that's why, because like I can understand it as the eldest of a group of like brothers or cousins or something, that I understand like the responsibility that it is to look over all of them, right? So maybe that's what Reiju feels, because we haven't seen Reiju with Sanji a lot. Maybe Reiju all this time has added like deep inside of her of like all those memories from the past, and since she was the oldest, she felt responsible, because the obvious conclusion is that Sanji ran away from home. So if Sanji ran away from home, then Reiju all these years must have had that like in the back of their mind, like, man, could I have done something about this or something around those lines? So I feel like Reiju out of all of them is probably the one that's closest to him. I really do, and plus maybe that's why he loves women so much. I don't know. Well, it's not like an incest thing, of course, but like since maybe she was the only one that cared for him, and maybe Sanji ended up protecting her at one point in time. Who knows? But we still don't know anything about Sanji's mother, and that's the main catalyst. So when we learn something more about Sanji's mother, I guarantee you that's probably going to be in the backstory that's left to be fleshed out. For Sanji, which I can't wait for, man, because it was already connecting to everything else in the series. It was connecting so well to Bratier, and man, Sanji being the child no one cared about. But let me finish the chapter, then I'll continue. It's also so bad. I just want to, as soon as possible, then I can finally leave this entire mess behind me. I let myself believe that maybe you had slightly changed for the better, but now I see that it was wishful thinking. You're all much worse than before. Get out of my sight, old man. I refuse to be affiliated with you in any way. Say what you will, you can't deny that you have my blood running through your veins. Don't get me wrong. All of Germa's soldiers wouldn't think twice about giving up their lives for us, Vince. The camera randomly stopped there for a second. Before I go back to the thing, I just want to make a couple of pointers on Papa Vinsmoke as a character, Judge Vinsmoke. So I really like him, right? And the main reason being is because I love the way that he looks at war, even though, like, of course, we all might not necessarily agree with his ideals or whatnot, but it makes me so interested in his character. It makes me so interested in what made him this way. And the great thing about it is that he is the king, but he's like also a combination of a king, a general, and a commander. It's like he is the king of the Germa kingdom, but at the same time he is also the head commander of a group of soldiers. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic because usually a king has his generals. And the reason why I'm thinking about this is because I'm currently reading a manga called Kingdom, and it's true. Like, you have your king, and the king has a lot of great ideologies, but that transfers into his general, and his general goes out there and he takes care of it. But Judge Vinsmoke, he is a king, and he is also a commander general. So it's an incredible dynamic, and I'm pretty sure my man has seen his fair share of wars, which is why he has this entire concept on war. But it makes me interested in seeing his backstory and seeing what made him this way. I'm loving Judge Vinsmoke so far as a character. I'm not even done with the chapter, son. I can say something right now. This arc, okay, is possibly going to be in my top 5. I mean, I'm already judging what put in my top 10 or not. I'm loving this arc so much so far, man. Maybe because I'm a tard, maybe because I'm a Sanji tard, right? But I'm just loving it so much, man. I'm loving all the characters. I'm loving all the awesome sauce. I love the designs. I love the designs of the castle, the designs of the characters. It's just Papa Vinsmoke, man. Yeah, just such an interesting character. But yeah, the going back to the thing of they're the ones who make up the German's ultimate army. It's like, you know, if he wasn't the general, then I would probably be mad at a statement like this. But he is a king and the general, so he knows these soldiers better than anyone else. And like he knows that they would go through anything in order to save this king, or for this kingdom, for him. So, and even though he was the one that did it himself, you know, it really makes you just look at that dynamic and see how much he has to go through on a regular basis. You know, what made him that way? Judge Vinsmoke is such a fascinating character, and I can't wait to find out more, because it's going to be when the mother gets revealed, but when the mother gets revealed, we're going to get so much more on the Vinsmokes. I guarantee, I promise, man. And I am so excited. Then why don't you use that ultimate army of yours to realize whatever idiotic ambitions you have? Taking over North Blue? That's just fantastic. North Blue. A perfect goal for an evil bunch led by the likes of you. A sensible, if not predictable, statement. I love his design. But with this alliance with Big Mom, the ambition of ours become a guaranteed reality. All we need from you is simple cooperation. Do not forget my initial request was to peacefully negotiate terms with you. It's true that I would love to have someone as powerful as Big Mom as an ally. However, despite it being a mere marriage, I refuse to hand over one of my precious sons to that mental deranged woman. Oh, my actual plans, yo. Hold on. So he's not doing this just... Wait, hold on, let me continue. And that's when it struck me. Yes, that's right. Now that I think of it, I used to have an extra dud laying around here somewhere. You are to serve it as a means to an end, Sanji, nothing more. Just so we're both clear, I still and never will see a fool like you as a son of mine. Not in the slightest. Let me see Reiju once again with Sanji, man. Hey, what the hell is this? You said something about your hands being precious to you? Well, then that's perfect. Are you familiar with the collars that world nobles put on their slaves? A handy tool that allows them to blow up anyone who tries to run away from their owner? Those wristlets are no different. If you try to leave this island, well, let's just say you'll be cooking with your feet. Big Mom was kind enough to lend us a pair, and only she possesses the keys to all of those devices. Well, that isn't to say that German would ever let you leave this place alive in the first place, because we surely wouldn't. And you see them all in the background. This is spooky. Whether you like it or not, I'll definitely have you proceed with the marriage. Judge freaking Vinsmoke, man. Wow, 23 pages of absolute greatness, man. Fantastic sauce of a chapter. I mean, nothing more needs to be said. In the Sanji and Vinsmoke bout, you know, it was in of itself, we learned a lot about Judge Vinsmoke as a character, but we also got to see some of his abilities. And that electro thing really makes me interested, though, because we've seen that before from the Minks, and it really makes me believe that it's hockey. It really does make me believe that it's a type of hockey. And it's very, very intriguing, though. Very, very intriguing. And I love how he did it specifically in his foot to, like, man, Sanji, you're not the only one that can do stuff like that, you know? So I thought that was really freaking awesome. And the thing is that maybe that's the same way that Sanji sets off Diablo Jumbo, is in the same exact aspect. He just charges it up and creates so much electricity that creates flames in his feet. So I mean, look, I really wouldn't doubt it. I love it. This chapter was freaking awesome. Insights in Sanji's past. Shout out to royalty. Insights into Sanji's past, and man, Judge Vinsmoke's a savage. He's a savage, and it's like he doesn't give a damn about being in an alliance with that woman. But at the same time, he will make Sanji comply in this thing. But like there's so many different things that I'm just so curious about, man. I'm really curious on this. Are you familiar with the callers that, man? Handed to it. If he attempts to leave this island, it's a wrap for him, man. And Big Mom was the only one with those keys, so he has to go beat Big Mom, man. It's like Judge Vinsmoke. He perfectly calculated everything, and I just can't wait to learn more about these guys, man. The Vinsmokes. I have more interest in the strong smokes than I did before. It's just so very interesting. I'm just so interested in this entire thing, man. Like, God, One Piece is freaking fire right now. Man, fantastic sauce of a chapter, man. I'm absolutely loving everything that we're getting right now, guys. It's so much greatness, man. Sanji's definitely in a predicament right now, man. But I can't wait for more. I cannot wait for more. The Gerbo, man. This kingdom is so freaking awesome, sauce, man. I can't wait to learn more about them. That's just the main thing I can report to you guys. I can't wait to learn more about them all as characters. All of them interest me. All of them interest me. The slightest details in this German kingdom interest me. It's something that Oda's built up so beautifully and so nicely that I just can't wait to read more. So you guys have been awesome today. I will be here next week, because this doesn't say break, so I will be here next week for that One Piece greatness. I'm going to try to do another, I don't know when I'm going to watch Heart of Gold, and whenever I watch that, I will more than likely be making a video on that. And then I also want to do now, granted, man, this is going to depend on the time that I get, and I don't know what my work schedule is going to be next week, but I do want to talk about the Vinsmokes, even though I pretty much covered a lot of it, but I want to reread the arc, and because maybe it's just me because I'm caught up in the hype right now, man. But I love these guys, man. They're freaking strong smokes, man. Awesome sauce of a chapter. I loved it so much, and I'm going to reread it again for sure. I'm going to reread it again because there was a lot of important details and information about the Germa, about the Vinsmokes, about Sanji, about Judge Vinsmoke. There's a lot of greatness that I can't wait to dissect and just discuss. So you guys have an awesome day. One Piece greatness for the win. Love this chapter and can't wait for more. Can't wait for more. Thank you, Oda, for pulling out an incredible awesome sauce. And that man brings out the greatness. He truly does. And he has my utmost respect. Ichiro Oda does, man. And can't wait for more. Sanji awesome sauce. Papa Vinsmoke, man.